Joining me now from Southern California, actress and political commentator, Kimberlin Pelzer. Kimberlin, there's a tweet out there from the former mayor of Tallahassee. He ran for governor of Florida, Andrew Gillum, and he's saying this: first we beat him in Virginia, then we beat him in Kentucky, now we beat him in Louisiana. We're coming for you in 2020. He's connecting dots, in my opinion, that simply aren't there. Do you see it that way?
No, there are no dots there. As a matter of fact, I want to say close to 250,000 Republicans came out to vote this time around that didn't during the last Republican governorship. So I think it's quite the opposite. And you know, as I do, how difficult it is to beat an incumbent, especially one who does have some conservative views that are out there.
Right, and in Kentucky, it was a situation where the governor of that state was taking on the teachers union. That's a formidable task.
And God bless him for that.
God bless him for that.
Yes.
And then in Virginia, we know what's happening in Virginia. Virginia is becoming California light. That's what's happening there. So as harbingers of 2020, I don't see it that way at all. I see them as outliers, and that what is happening right now in this country is the Democrats are trying to figure out who in the heck is going to represent them, and I think they're having trouble doing it right now. The Republicans, we know who's going to represent the Republicans at the ballot box in 2020 for president, but the Democrats, I think there's some mild panic setting in right now.
No, they're still struggling. They're still struggling to find their face and find their voice because they really don't have one. That, like you just said, they don't have a voice. They don't have an agenda for the American public. The only thing that they can do right now is talk about impeachment when they should be talking about China. They should be talking about Russia. They should be talking about our border security. They should be talking about how incredible this economy is.
Right.
They can't speak to any of that.
And it could backfire, right? Because the latest poll that we have is 21% of Americans are paying attention at all to what's going on in Washington, D.C. vis-a-vis impeachment. It's not like it was in 1974, where there was wall-to-wall coverage on only the 3 networks, right? There's so many choices now versus 1974. So this could come and backfire against the Democrats in a big way. And you're involved in a PAC. It's called the Stars and Stripes PAC, and you're lending your voice literally to it. Let's listen. Roll tape.
The Democrats know if you're talking about impeachment, you won't be talking about them and their radical ideas to replace freedom with socialism.
Blacks and Hispanics are getting higher wages and living better than ever before. There are more Black and Hispanic homeowners than ever, and more Black and Hispanic businesses, all thanks to Donald Trump and Republican policies.
Progressive Democrats would rather pander to teachers' unions, close charters, and force families into schools that too often fail students.
Okay, so your voice obviously was the front end and the back end of that music,
right.
of that sound bed. The middle was a gentleman, obviously. But obviously these ads are targeting minority voters, right? That's the target of at least some of these ads?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's not about going after any person running for office. It's simply about educating the public out there as to who they should be voting for based on our Constitution and based on what our forefathers put forward for us. It's Stars and Stripes Forever PAC, and I am part of a division of that PAC called Faces of America. And they have a face to represent each minority in our country. And we're going after those minorities hard. And I'll tell you what, their numbers really played during President Trump's election. The percentages of blacks that came out to vote during that election in key states, Stars and Stripes Forever PAC, we were heavy players in those states, hitting radio hard and educating the public.
Are you talking like Michigan and Ohio, Wisconsin?
Talking about all of those big battleground states, exactly, that they said President Trump would never win. Well, Stars and Stripes Forever PAC, they were a big part of going in there and hitting those states hard with knowledge. And those people went to the poll. They showed up to vote.
And the raw numbers prove it, right? They compared the numbers 2016 versus 2012, and Mitt Romney, obviously a very different kind of candidate.
Yes, exactly.
But the bottom line is Donald Trump can run on wonderful economic news. For example, the lowest black unemployment rate in the history of this republic. And that's part of the message that you all are getting out. It's a fabulous message.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, we have the best economy bar none in the history of our country right now, and nobody's talking about it. The media, the regular media, they're not going to talk about it. They're not going to inform the public because they don't want to be a part of that winning agenda. They want to be a part of that agenda that gets rid of this wonderful president that we currently have.
And this, the PAC that we're talking about is ran by the grandson of John Philip Sousa. So what a great legacy there.
Exactly.
Kimberlin, thank you.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.